All right, thanks, Nicole. Great to be here. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully, I will share the correct screen. Always a challenge. There we go. And everybody see my screen there?
We got it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll introduce Phil Celia, my counterpart. Phil's the regional sales manager for the Southwest US for Biamp AV products. And he's going to actually start us off here. A little background on Biamp.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for stepping in today, too. Just in case some of you out there are not completely familiar with Biamp, just a few slides here to reinforce our message and our vision, which is connecting people through extraordinary audiovisual experiences. We try to do this every day, and we do it in a number of spaces, all the way from the small room all the way up to the enterprise. So we have products and solutions that will address everything from a small huddle room space to an entire campus. And we have an internal company philosophy called SEEK, which stands for simplicity and efficiency, effectiveness, experiences, and connectedness. And we try to, as best we can, maintain these principles and that philosophy in all the products that we bring to market. And speaking of the products we bring to market, we have quite a few of them. Many of you that are familiar with Biamp are probably most familiar with our AV processing and DSP platforms. Of course, in the last few years, we moved into beam tracking microphone and high performance loudspeakers. We have many huddle room solutions with our Devio products. But we also bought a company a number of years ago called Cambridge, and we're doing sound masking with them. And along with that, which is on the building infrastructure side of our business, we're doing VOCIA paging and emergency communications. So everything from the building infrastructure side right to the AV in the space. All of it could be monitored remotely through SageView, our software control and remote access platform. Then we also have other really cool products like Crowd Mics, which is an event audience engagement a product that basically turns one cell phone into a microphone for large events and meetings where you can ask questions and poll the audience and negate the need to pass around a microphone. That's also very popular in the university space now, in large auditorium classrooms. And we have a fabulous wireless presentation system. This company was I want to say the godfather of wireless presentation systems, Modena. And we have purchased that company a couple of years ago, and we're bringing that company into mass placements throughout the United States. And another acquisition was Community Loudspeakers, and we have a full array of a lineup of loudspeakers, about 300 SKUs, all of which are shipping. And of course, many of our products in the conferencing space are UC certified for Teams, Microsoft, and Zoom and Google Meets. There we go. So beyond that, today what we want to focus on are our new products in video conferencing and control, which we introduced at InfoComm this summer here in Las Vegas. And with that, I'm going to turn it on over to Andrew. Please, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer them after the presentation. So take it away, Andrew.
All right, thanks, Phil. Once again, I'm Andrew Rutkin. I'm a member of the Biamp Loudspeaker Solutions Group. Normally, I talk about loudspeakers. Today, I'm going to talk about video conferencing and control products, focusing on the smaller and newer end of the spectrum for Biamp products. So, as Phil mentioned, Biamp has been well known out in the conferencing world for many years as a provider of the core electronics for conferencing systems. Our Tessera Forte products, the Devio products, are well established as a premier solution in that end of the marketplace. So the first thing I want to remind everybody about is that Biamp is not all about just the core electronics. And as Phil mentioned, we've broadened out considerably over the last few years. We now provide pretty much every piece of the core component system. You need to set up a video teleconferencing system, anything from the smallest huddle room all the way up to the largest multi-conference room, combinable room systems, large classrooms, anything of that sort. Amplifiers, loudspeakers, microphones, now video cameras and conferencing bars and control systems, which I'm going to focus on more today. So with that, we jump into the first aspect of what's new at Biamp, the video conferencing camera family of products. This is something that is quite new for Biamp, just recently introduced, now shipping. And there are 3 members of the family. We'll go through them from smallest to largest. The VIDI 100 is the smallest member of the family. It's a compact 4K video camera. It's intended for huddle rooms, small conference rooms. It's a little hard to tell from the picture, but it's about 7.5 inches wide. And it makes use of premium optics to deliver a distortion-free 120-degree wide field of view. And this allows everyone in the room to be seen. It can be mounted on a table, attached to the room's display, whatever is most convenient for a particular application. It's also equipped with a microphone array and has built-in noise canceling algorithms to ensure that everyone in the room is heard clearly by the folks on the far end. The second model in our family is the VIDI 150. As you can see from the image there, appearance-wise, it's very similar to the VIDI 100. And it has all of the same audio and video features, but it adds the option of auto framing technology, basically an automated digital pan tilt zoom feature that focuses in on the person speaking. And so it helps the people on the far end focus in on that whoever's speaking at a particular moment. The top of the video camera line is the VIDI 250. It's a wide angle 4K camera, again, making use of our premium optics. And it's designed to be used in anything from a small huddle room, 1 or 2 people, up to medium-sized conference room, 12 to 16 seats. And it has the same 120-degree wide field of view, so everybody in the room can be seen. It features a more sophisticated multi-microphone array than the VIDI 100 and 150 to ensure the best sound quality in the larger spaces that it's intended for. It has auto framing technology to identify meeting participants and adjust the focus and zoom to keep them in view. And it also adds preset zoom configurations, the ability to zoom in and focus on a whiteboard, for example. And those can be selected either via a room control system or a downloadable smartphone app. And it can be display or wall mounted. We have a variety of different mounting solutions for it. So I've mentioned premium optics several times, but might be wondering what that means exactly. So a typical wide angle lens, like the ones found in our VIDI cameras, typically suffer from what's known as fisheye lens distortion. You can see it here in the image. That picture doesn't have a curved edge like that. That window mullion's probably not bent like that. You tend to get the kind of what I think of as a funhouse mirror effect, especially if you're sitting in that seat right there. So the premium optics that we feature in our VIDI cameras do away with that distortion completely. Again, you can see that the edge of that picture is now perfectly straight. That mullion looks straight as it should, and the person sitting in that chair is not going to look like they're in the fun house. So now the cameras we talked about so far are intended for multi-component systems. But a lot of applications require or desire, at the very least, an all-in-one kind of a system. And for those kind of systems, we rolled out the Parlay conferencing bars. So this is an all-in-one system, video, audio, both loudspeakers and microphones. And the first product in this line is the VBC 2500. We refer to it as a premium video conferencing bar. Mostly intended for small to medium-sized conference rooms and get a range of 4 to 16 people. And, it basically takes that Video 250 camera that I just talked about and integrates it into a conferencing bar that includes a microphone and loudspeaker array, and has all the same features as the Video 250, and adds a beam tracking microphone array and a premium loudspeaker component array, left and right 2 channels. The thing that really sets the VBC 2500 apart from the competition out there in the marketplace are the audio intelligence, Biamp audio intelligence features that it includes, that incorporates beam tracking, acoustic echo cancellation, automatic gain control, noise reduction algorithms, and a technology called speech sense. So that's a great bunch of techno babble, but what does that mean to you when you're in the conference room, when you're in the classroom? What does Biamp AI deliver? And here's the list. Exceptional audio quality to both sides of the conference, the far end and the people in the room. The microphone array helps ensure that all participants are heard clearly. It allows us to reject off-axis signals, extraneous noise, paper shuffling, noises in the next room, door slamming, air conditioning noise, all of that we're able to filter out. The built-in loudspeaker system helps compensate for room acoustical anomalies, room boominess, and the AI signal processing technology ensures that the far end doesn't hear any of that extraneous noise and doesn't hear any echo. And the key to this is our innovative microphone array design. So that VBC 2500 across the front of it has a 27-element microphone array. And what this allows us to do is implement beam tracking, beam steering technology to focus microphone coverage on the speaker and ignore signals that are coming in off axis, next room, whatever extraneous noises we don't want to hear. And beam tracking technology allows us to follow the person speaking, focus our microphone coverage on that person, no matter where they are in the room, and to move that beam with them as they move around, or as a different person at a different part of the table begins to speak, it will automatically readjust and focus the microphone beams on the talker. So one of the keys to the far end experience is Biamp AI noise reduction. And this is a machine learning noise reduction algorithm. And our Biamp engineers have basically trained the hardware to identify and isolate human speech and reject anything that is not human speech, basically throw it away. It works on all types of noise, and the Parlay VBC 2500 and something that I neglected to mention earlier, the ABC 2500, which is basically the same device, less the camera. So it has the microphone array and a loudspeaker array, just not a camera. So the end result, dramatic performance increase. But why should you believe me about this? I need to make sure that I am sharing my sound, which I am now. And I want to give you a little demonstration of Biamp AI in action. Here we go.
Now we're going to demo Biamp's new noise reduction algorithm. Have you ever been in a meeting where somebody just has to start typing while you're trying to talk to somebody on the far end? Makes it really difficult to hear. because somebody just keeps on typing the whole time you're trying to talk. Well, our new noise reduction algorithm will help you with that. In fact, you also probably have some meetings where somebody has to start eating. All the while, I'm trying to explain information to some far-end participants, but they don't care. They're really hungry and they've got to eat. So during your meeting, that's all you can hear in the far end. And there's also times where somebody's just a little too fidgety to sit and be quiet during a meeting. What do you do with those people? Playing with their pens, tapping their fingers, just generally making it annoying to sit and listen to a conference call on the far end. And what happens if you're in a meeting with all three of these people at the same time? How can you reliably hear what's happening on the far end of an audio call if all this stuff is happening and interrupting what you're trying to do? Thanks to Biamp's new noise reduction algorithm, all this is solved for you.
I think you'll agree that's a pretty amazing technology. It makes the experience for those people on the far end much more pleasant when you've got all those noisemakers in the room for you. If you're in the room with the noisemakers, I'm afraid it doesn't really help you, but we'll work on that one next. Cancel all the noise in the room. The last technology and feature I want to talk about that is featured on the VBC and the ABC 2500 is called Launch, and it's automatic configuration. What it does is allows the conferencing bar to optimize itself for the particular environment in which it's installed. And it does this by sending out a series of audio signals into the room, measuring the response. It's looking at the frequency response of the room, the background noise level in the room, the reverberation time in the room, or the echoiness of the room, and creating a digital signal processing filter, custom tuned for the specifics that that room requires. And normally, when you install this in a conference room, this is a one-time process. You reach around to the back of the device, and you push that little button right there. And it runs through the process, takes a minute or two, and the system is optimized for the conference room it's installed. Where this really shines is in a portable system. So if you have a VBC 2500 on a cart and you're moving it from room to room, conference room to classroom to conference room, what have you, you roll it into the room, press the launch button, and a minute or two later, the entire system, loudspeakers, microphones, far end transmission is optimized for the room that you've just rolled that card into. And a unique technology out there on the marketplace right now, something that only Biamp offers. So the last thing I want to talk to you about is Impera, and these are Biamp's line of control systems, another new product. Well, not truly new. As Phil mentioned earlier, Biamp has been purchasing other companies, acquiring them. And we recently purchased a European company called Meets, who has been out in the field for about 15 years, installing thousands, literally hundreds of thousands of control systems throughout Europe and Asia. New to the US, new to Biamp, not new to the control system world. We spent the last few months optimizing their European products for use in the American market and are rolling them out now. So the simplest products in the line are the Echo, Echo Plus, Sierra 2, and Uniform. And these are wall plate mounted. They're very compact. They fit into a single gang wall box, basically the same thing as a light switch or an electrical outlet. And they provide varying degrees of serial or network control with increasing capabilities as you work your way through the system. And so these have the capability to control a screen, projector, window shades, lighting, what have you, in a conference room type system. And the thing that's unique about them is they're not just the button panel. This isn't just the user interface. This is the controller. So the entire control system fits inside a single gang wall box. This is just a quick slide showing the programmable buttons and LEDs. All of this is programmed with a simple drag and drop software package that we also provide. For larger systems, we have the Alpha, Lima, and Tango controllers. As you can see, they don't have a direct user interface. They are designed to work with touchscreens. And the reason the Sierra 2 is shown on this page, it was shown on the last page, if you remember, is that in addition to being a self-contained button panel and controller, it also has the ability to connect to a touch panel. You can have the Sierra 2 in the wall, touch panel on the tabletop, and provide two user interfaces on a simple system. Now, I've mentioned touch panels a couple of times in relationship to the Impera products. So we're also rolling out these days a new line of Aprimo touch interfaces. And the initial products in the line are the Aprimo Touch 4, 7, and 10. And as you can probably guess by the product names, they're 4-inch, 7-inch, and 10-inch touch panels. All of them feature scratch-resistant glass, a variety of user interface design templates that you can drop into our project designer software and very quickly and easily customize, modify, or create new user interface and control programs. They all feature proximity sensors, so they turn on automatically when someone approaches them, and automatic dimming to compensate for varying light levels in the room. They can be desk mounted, wall mounted, very flexible systems. All are PoE powered, so it's a single cable providing power and network connection back to the controller itself. This might be the most interesting thing in the product line, though. It's a Aprimo Touch 8i. So it has an I on the end. That signifies that it's not just a touch panel, it's a touch controller. It has Impera control system capabilities built into it. Greatly simplifies design, reduces the hardware costs of an installed system, and reduces installation time. So this is one piece that can control up to 20 IP-based devices, and uses the same project designer software to very simply create drag and drop type designs, customized user interface. So that pretty much wraps it up for me. And I just want to say thank you for spending time with us. Phil, if there's anything you want to add.
Could you hear me clap?
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
Anyway.
Excellent. I do have some questions. If you don't mind me interjecting, Andrew and Phil. Is the VIDI 250 the same camera used on the video soundbar? That's our first question.
Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly the same camera.
Great. Next question. Do the bar solutions have the launch feature?
Yes, they do.
Thank you. Will the noise reduction algorithm be used with ceiling microphones as well?
So at the moment, we are working to integrate our AI noise reduction into all of the Sierra platform. And currently, it is only available. The launch feature, the noise reduction feature is only available on the soundbar. The launch feature is available on our Forte X processors and our soundbar. The noise reduction algorithm will be incorporated into a future release of Tessera software.
Thanks so much. What happens if you have a power failure? Do you lose the launch settings?
No, it keeps its memory, and when you power back up, it'll maintain its settings.
Thank you. What are your lead times?
Well, currently we are experiencing a 1 to 2 week lead time on almost every product, with the exception of some of the new control products, which some are shipping now, some will be shipping later this month into November. Everything will be shipping. Everything you saw today will be shipping by December. One note on that: we've had our video soundbars are in high demand, so new orders placed now are looking at early November delivery, but all the product is available and in stock most everything on the Biamp side, on the processing side, speaker side, amplifier side, is 1 to 2 week lead times.
Thanks so much. Next question. We've been told that your control systems can't handle large spaces like divide combined rooms, etc. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. One thing to know about our control systems is we're not looking to do mass complexity, high complexity control. Our solutions are for single room and divisible room, and they work great in those situations, classroom, conference room. But beyond that, this is not the solution.